Hi. So today we will look at asset properties. So asset properties are logical phenomena. It's not a physical thing. So asset properties consist of four properties: atomicity, consistency, and isolation, and durability, as you can see on my screen. So these are the four properties, okay, of asset properties. So A of asset is atomicity, C is consistency, and then isolation and durability. Let's look at each one of them one by one. So, in when we have a transaction, so in one transaction we have many operations, like as you can see here. So, as far as your uh, uh, transaction of transferring money from one account to other account is concerned, so it consists of these operations. So one person, or the account that is transferring money. So on that side, we have a read operation and a write operation. So the read operation actually reads the current amount in sender's account. So it checks whether the required amount that someone is trying to transfer is available in his account or not. So this is called reading. If it is available, then it performs the write operation. And the write operation, it deducts the amount that someone wants to transfer from his account to another account, and then write the new balance to his account. So similarly, on the receiving end, we have a write operation and a read operation. So read operation actually reads the current balance of the receiver's account, and then the write operation adds the new amount that's been transferred from the other account, and write the new amount after the addition to the receiver's account. So you can see we have four operations. But what happens sometimes when we are transferring money? So we can have some technical hiccups. So that technical hiccup can be that you know uh, the internet can have some issue, or your computer can restart, so the transaction is not complete. For example, someone was trying to transfer the money. He completed the operations on this X side, but before he could have completed the operations on the Y side, the receiving side, the computer restarted, or we had the issue with the internet. So in that case, what will happen? So we have a property which is called atomicity. So atomicity basically checks basically whether the transaction uh, is complete fully or not. Because partially complete transaction is rollback. It's not considered a complete transaction. So it says commits finish entire transaction, entire operation successfully, or the database roll back to its prior state. So that's your atomicity, which means if you have performed all the operation on the sender side, but before you have you would have performed the operation on the receiving side, your computer restarted, or you had a glitch in your internet connection. You had poor internet connection, unstable internet connection. So what that will do, your computer will do, so your database will uh, restate the old position, roll back all the changes that it has made on the X side as well, on the sender side as well. So this is atomicity. And then after atomicity, we have consistency. What consistency means is that the changes that are made are not affecting the integrity, data integrity, right? Otherwise, if it is affecting the data integrity, then the transaction will be cancelled. What does that mean? Look, hey, when you're transferring the money, before transferring the money, your balance is 500 on X account, and your balance on Y account is 200. So what we say is, so balance the total amount of balance in X and Y is 700. So the balance before the transaction and after the transaction has to be same. This is called data integrity. Or another example that you can use to understand that is this example. As you can see here, we have three tables. One is users table, where we have users information. Then we have review table, where the user is entering his reviews about different companies or restaurants, right? And then we have restaurants, where we have information about the restaurant, and that includes its rating. So when a user enters a review about a restaurant in review table, so based on the new review that a user enters, the restaurant's rating should be updated. It should increase the rating from 4 star to 5 star, or it should decrease the rating from 4 stars to 3 star, right? But what happens if before if you have some technical issue, like we said in your Atomicity, and that issue can be your system restarts, or there's some other issue with the database, and because of that, so the user is entering the review, but based on his review, the rating is not updated in restaurant table, then this is affecting the integrity data of data in that database. Okay, so what that consistency does, it basically roll back the changes if it is affecting the data integrity. Like here, if the money transfer before the transfer, total amount of money before the transfer and after the transfer is not same, or the reviews or the rating of the restaurant is not updated in restaurant table when the review is entered, then you're violating the consistency property, and all changes will be rolled back. Then the third property is isolation. So isolation is any read or write operations will not be impacted by other read or write operations. What that means is basically that when so only one person is allowed to access the database at one time. So for this purpose, in database, we use two things. One is called locking, and the other is timestamping. So locking is if one process or one individual is transferring money, okay, so the others won't be allowed to transfer into the same account. Or if one person accessing his same account from his mobile device and from his computer at the same time, only one of the device would be able to transfer the money. So we lock it for that device. Either we use the locking strategy or we use the timestamping. So timestamping is whoever start the transaction first, he would be allowed to complete the transaction first before anyone else can do the same. Another example of it can be, for example, if you're trying to buy a t-shirt from any online retailer and only one shirt is available. So many people are looking at that transaction, at that t-shirt, but only one of the person would be allowed to pay for that shirt. If we allow more than one, then we don't have that many shirts. So again, what we do, when someone starts paying for that shirt, so the other people are stopped to pay for that shirt. So only one person is allowed to pay for that shirt. This is called isolation property. Then the fourth one is your durability. Durability is successful commits will survive permanently. It means any changes that are made by your transaction are permanent, right? So it's not that when you restart your computer, all the changes will be rolled back, or after 24 hours, it will be, they are permanent. So that's your asset properties. I hope you understand it. If you have any question, you can ask me in comment section. You can write your comment. I will try to reply to your comment, and do subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. I hope it was helpful for you. Thank you.